All right, that's 7 o'clock, so we will now call this meeting to order.
So this meeting was provided and published in the Asbury Park Press on March 14, 2025, in the Ocean Star on February 28, 2025. Copies of the agenda were provided to the newspaper, posted on public bulletin boards in the township website.
Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Here.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Here.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Here.
Councilman Feinman.
Here.
Councilwoman Travers.
Here.
Vice President Minikino.
Here.
President Ambrosino.
Here.
Thank you.
I'd like to ask everybody to please rise, join us in a salute to the flag, Pledge of Allegiance, and a moment of silence. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, will you please accept the reports from municipal officers?
Yes, of course.
Is there a motion and a second to approve the minutes from the March 11th meeting?
Motion.
Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feinman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Minikino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to the fourth item in our agenda. I'm going to invite the Chief and Mayor Crate to the podium.
All right, we got plenty of seats. Anybody wants to have a seat? No? I didn't think so. All right. All right, good evening, everyone. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome Mayor Crate, the Town Council, and the Business Administrator. Your support and partnership plays a vital role in our shared mission of fostering a safe and thriving community. Tonight, we come together to celebrate a moment of pride and achievement, an occasion that underscores dedication, perseverance, and honorable service. It is an honor to witness the promotion of 9 of our finest officers. Each of these individuals has displayed leadership, expertise, and a commitment to safety and well-being of our residents. To those newly promoted, your ability to lead with integrity and professionalism sets a shining example for your peers and those who will follow in your footsteps. Your dedication to excellence has brought us to this memorable occasion, and we commend you for your hard work. This evening is more than a celebration of individual milestones. It is proof to the collective strength, unity, and vision of our department. Every promotion not only signifies an elevation in rank, but also calls for greater responsibility. A responsibility to uphold the ideals of integrity, honor, and service that are the foundation of our work. With this talented team of leaders, I am confident that our community remains in capable and safe hands. Thank you to Mayor Crate, the Town Council, and the Business Administrator for their trust, partnership, and dedication. Together, we will continue to build a safer and stronger community for all. Congratulations to each of you promoted today. Thank you for your service, and may your leadership inspire those around you as we continue this journey of excellence. First up, we have Deputy Chief Hank Drew, who is a lifelong resident of Brick Township, a graduate of Brick Memorial High School in 1989 and Keene College of New Jersey in 1993. He began his career with the Brick Township Police Department in January of 1995. Captain Drew served in the Operations Division before joining the Ocean County Narcotics Strike Force in 2001, followed by his assignment to the Brick Township Police Drug Enforcement Unit from 2004 to 2006. He was promoted to sergeant in 2007, returned to the Operations Division, and later served as EMS supervisor and public information officer in the Community Policing Division until 2015. He continued his career as detective sergeant in the Investigation Division, and upon promotion to lieutenant in 2017, he assumed the role of shift commander. In 2018, he transitioned to the Administrative Services Division, overseeing internal affairs. In 2023, he was promoted to captain, where he served as the Operations Division Commander. Deputy Chief's accolades include 4 Grand Cordon Awards, 2 Honorable Service Awards, and 2 Life-Saving Awards. And notably, he was named PBA Police Officer of the Year in 2000. He also served as a treasurer for the PBA. On the personal front, Deputy Chief Drew has been happily married to his wife Jennifer for 14 years. They have 3 children, Henry IV, Hannah, and Casey. With his promotion, Deputy Chief Drew will take command of the administrative division.
I, Henry Drew, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of Police Deputy Chief according to the best of my abilities. And I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, and to the governments established in the United States and in this state, under the authority of the people, so help me God.
Next, we have Captain Paul Catalina. He's a lifelong resident of Brick Township and a graduate of Brick Township Memorial High School, class of 2002. He earned an associate's degree from Ocean County College and graduated with high honors in public administration from John Jay College of Criminal Justice. Captain Catalina joined the Brick Township Police Department in December of 2006. As a patrolman, he was a field training officer, and in 2013 became a K-9 handler, partnered with K-9 Duke. Promoted to sergeant in 2015, Captain Catalina supervised all shifts in the patrol division and led the K-9 unit. In 2021, he was promoted to lieutenant and served as deputy division commander until 2024, when he became the internal affairs officer. Captain Catalina is an instructor at the Ocean County Police Academy, a member of the boat unit, and the commander of the Honor Guard. He graduated from the New Jersey Chiefs of Police Command and Leadership Academy in 2024. His accolades include multiple chief certificates, honorable service awards, life-saving awards, Grand Cordons, and the Lieutenant McNellis Award. Captain Catalina is supported by his wife, Kristen, and their 2 daughters, Briella and Abigail. He will now serve as the Community Policing Division Commander. The family wants to come up.
I, Paul Catalina, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police captain according according to the best of my ability.
And I solemnly swear
And I solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I'll support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same,
to the same,
and to the governments
established in the United States
established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Captain Jay Matthews graduated from St. Rose High School in 2000 and earned an associate's degree in criminal justice from Ocean County College in 2002. He began his career with the Brick Township Police Department as a Class 1 Special Law Enforcement Officer in January of 2001 and was appointed as a police officer in August 2003. Throughout his career, Captain Matthews has predominantly served in the patrol division, working the evening shift. He distinguished himself as a field training officer and also served as a detective in 2011. Promoted to sergeant in December 2012, he remained a supervisor on the evening shift throughout his tenure as sergeant. In August 2021, he advanced to the rank of lieutenant, serving as Deputy Operations Division Commander and Evening Shift Commander. Captain Matthews has been a member of the Special Emergency Response Team since 2007, assuming the role of CERT Commander in 2021. He also has led the Marine Unit as its commander since 2015. His service has earned him numerous accolades, including 4 Meritorious Service Awards, 2 Grand Cordon Awards, the Patrolman Chris DeMarco Award, the Lieutenant McNellis Award, and various chief certificates. Captain Matthews will now serve as the Operations Division Commander. He is joined by his wife, Deeren, and their children, Jameson, Bailey, Jack Ryan, Jason, and Julian. If you'd all just come on up.
I, Jason Matthews, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully and partially justly perform all the duties of the office of police captain according to the best of my ability, and that I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people,
under the authority of the people, so help me God.
Thank you.
Yeah, Jason.
We'll do one more and then we'll take an intermission for about a half hour. All right, Lieutenant Scott Durkin graduated from Toms River High School East in 1996 and earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from Rutgers University in 2001. He joined the Brick Township Police Department in December 2002 and has since served in various capacities. Throughout his career, Lieutenant Durkin has worked across all shifts in the patrol division, midnights, days, and evenings, and is also an active member of the Brick Police Marine Unit. Before his promotion to sergeant in November of 2018, he spent 7 years in the Traffic Safety Unit. Lieutenant Durkin served as a supervisor on the midnight shift. His service has been recognized with numerous awards, including 2 Life-Saving Awards, 2 Grand Cordon Awards, 2 Meritorious Service Awards, and multiple chief certificates. Lieutenant Durkin will now assume the role of day shift lieutenant. He is supported by his wife Jerry and their 2 children, Owen and Nolan. If your family wants to come on up.
Perform all the duties of the office of police lieutenant according to the best of my ability. And I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in the state under the authority of the people. So help me God.
Lieutenant Joe Pacitti graduated from Toms River North High School in 2003. He began his career in August 2005 as a corrections officer with the Ocean County Department of Corrections. In December 2007, he joined the Brick Township Police Department and was assigned to patrol. In January 2015, Lieutenant Pacitti served with the Ocean County's Prosecutor's Office Special Operations Group, followed by an assignment with the Brick Township Drug Enforcement Unit in January 2016. Promoted to sergeant in December 2016, he served across all shifts within the Operations Division. Lieutenant Pacitti's commendable service is marked by numerous awards, including a Life-Saving Award, a Meritorious Service Award, a Grand Cordon Award, multiple Honorable Service Awards, and several Narcotics Awards. As he assumes his new role, Lieutenant Pacitti will oversee the midnight shift in the Operations Division. He is supported by his loving wife, Christy, and their daughter, Olivia. Want to come up?
Do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police lieutenant according to the best of my ability. And I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in the state under the authority of the people. So help me God.
Sergeant Chris Jokum graduated from Brick Memorial High School in 2007. He continued his education at Florida International University, earning a bachelor's degree in criminal justice in 2011. In September 2015, Sergeant Jokum joined the police department and graduated from the Ocean County Police Academy as part of Basic Class 101. Throughout his career, he served exclusively in the patrol division, working across the afternoon, evening, and midnight shifts. He has been an acting sergeant since July of 2024. Sergeant Joachim is supported by his wife, Jamie, and their son, Cameron. Please come up.
Christopher Johnson, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of my ability. And I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
Disturbing the peace.
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. So help me God.
I think we swore on two people just now.
I'm getting to disturbing the peace. Thank you. Thank you.
Right. Sergeant Anthony Barlowski. He's a graduate of Brick Township High School's class 2004. He went on to earn dual bachelor's degrees in criminal justice and political science from the University of New Haven in 2008. He joined the Brick Township Police Department in November of 2016 and has dedicated most of his career to patrol, serving on midnights, days, and evenings. Sergeant Barlowski is an active member of the department's Honor Guard and Marine Unit. Sergeant Barlowski is also a recipient of a life-saving award. Sergeant Barlowski will serve as a midnight shift sergeant. He is supported by his girlfriend, Angie, and their children, Anya and Alyssa. Please come up.
I, Anthony Barlowski, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of my ability. And that I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. So help me God.
Sergeant Joe DeLuca, a Brick resident, graduated from Brick Township High School in 2007. He went on to earn his associate's degree from Ocean County College before completing his bachelor's degree in economics at Rowan University in 2012. After college, Sergeant DeLuca worked in the finance industry until March 2016, when he joined the Brick Township Police Department as a full-time police officer. He graduated from the Ocean County Police Academy in September of 2016 and dedicated his entire career to the patrol division, with the majority of his service on the evening shift. Since 2018, Sergeant DeLuca has also served as a field training officer. His outstanding contributions have been recognized with the Meritorious Service Award, the Grand Cordon Award, Esteemed Mentor Award, numerous chief certificates, and letters of commendation. Sergeant DeLuca will now serve as a midnight shift supervisor in the patrol division. He is supported by his wife, Gemma, and their 2 children, Antonio and Natalia. Come on up.
I just do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of my ability. And I solemnly swear. I do solemnly swear.
Lock 'em up.
The Constitution of the United States. And the Constitution of the State of New Jersey. The Constitution of the State of New Jersey. And that I will bear true faith and allegiance. I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same. And to the governments established in the United States. The governments established in the United States. And in this state. And the state. And the authority of the people. The authority of the people. So help me. So help me God. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Congratulations.
All right. Last but not least, Sergeant Kevin Doherty, raised in Brick Township, is a graduate of Brick Memorial High School, class of 2008. He attended Keene University, graduating with honors in 2013 with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. His law enforcement career began in 2014 with the Belmar Police Department as a Class II Special Law Enforcement Officer. In 2015, he transitioned to the Brick Township Police Department as a full-time police officer. By 2016, Sergeant Doherty joined the Brick Township Police Department, where he has served in numerous roles. Patrol officer on the evening shift, field training officer, detective with the Ocean County Prosecutor's Office, Narcotics Strike Force, detective with the Street Crimes Unit, juvenile detective, and school resource officer. Sergeant Doherty's dedication and exceptional service have earned him several awards, including the 200 Club of Ocean County Award, a Meritorious Service Award, an Honorable Service Award, multiple chief certificates, and numerous life-saving awards. He will now take on the role of midnight shift supervisor in the patrol division. Sergeant Doherty is joined by his wife, Celeste, his mother, Laura, and his father, retired Brick Township Police Lieutenant Frank Doherty. Would you please come up?
Kevin Doherty, do solemnly swear that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly perform all the duties of the office of police sergeant according to the best of my ability. And I solemnly swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey, and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same and to the governments established in the United States and in this state under the authority of the people. So help me God. Congratulations, brother. Thank you. Stay right.
Thanks, Chief. You sure you don't want it?
No.
You don't want to give your presentation? Are you sure?
Thank you. Thanks for coming out and supporting our officers. We appreciate it.
Wait.
Thank you, Chief Forrester. Let's move on to item 5 on the agenda. We've got some budget presentations this evening. The first one is going to be regarding our EMS department. I'd like to invite up Jim Riccio.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. Okay, established in 2006, the Brick Township Emergency Medical Service Division has been serving the residents of Brick Township for 19 years. The division is currently staffed with 66 employees. That includes 1 director, 32 full-time, 26 part-time, and 7 seasonal EMTs. The division operates 10 ambulances, 3 specialty units, and is currently housed at 3 locations: Lanes Mill Road, Civic Plaza, and our newest location located on Aurora Place in Lake Riviera. The EMS division, or administrative offices, which are currently situated in Civic Plaza, will eventually move to a new location in the Special Operations Building to the rear of Town Hall. In 2024, there were over 11,200 calls for service, the most the unit has ever handled in a calendar year. In addition to the variety of medical emergencies the division handles on a daily basis, a number of our EMS personnel are specially trained and act as tactical medics who train and respond with the police CERT team. Additionally, our EMS personnel provide services to the community, which include things like conducting child seat inspections and instruction in areas such as CPR, basic first aid, and the control of bleeding. Last year, we budgeted $2,575,000 for EMS salaries and $225,000 for overtime. This year, we are asking that $2,800,000 be budgeted for EMS salaries and that $225,000 again be allocated for EMS overtime. The increase in salary budget is in anticipation of adding 2 additional EMS supervisors and increasing our ranks by 2 EMTs. The adding of EMT supervisors will reduce the span of control and allow for better oversight. In 2024, the EMS division spent $227,036.86 of its overtime budget. That is $2,036.86 more than what was budgeted. Situations such as injured personnel and minimum staffing levels attributed to the overage. It should, however, be noted that the scheduling of part-time personnel to fill openings on a shift is a policy we utilize to reduce overtime costs. The EMS operating budget was $331,550. Of that, $335,765.39 was expended, which is $4,215.39 more than what was budgeted. The overage was because of an increase in the amount paid to our EMS billing company, which was a result of the increase in call volume. This year, we are asking that $358,700 be budgeted, which is a $27,150 increase. The majority of this increase is in anticipation of a rise in costs associated with medical supplies, expert services, which is EMS billing, and the maintenance contracts. The cost to operate the EMS division in 2024 was $3,493,194.38, which included regular salaries, overtime, capital, and operating expenses. In 2024, the EMS division generated income from a number of sources, which was used to offset those costs. Income sources included $2,426,819.77 in medical billing, $7,840 in extra duty assignments, and $2,976 from a child seat inspection grant, for a total of $2,437,635.77. That concludes the budget presentation for the EMS department. I would like to take this opportunity to thank the hardworking men and women of the Brick Township Emergency Medical Services who render aid to our community around the clock, 7 days a week. And of course, thank you to our mayor, members of our council, and the business administrator for your continued support. You're always ready and willing to provide the resources and equipment necessary to keep the EMS department fully functional and capable of providing our community with the absolute best emergency medical care. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for the overview of your budget requests. I'm going to open it up to council for questions. Seeing none, I'm going to open it up to the public for questions for Chief Riccio. Seeing none, close public. Thank you very much. We can move on to the, thank you.
Thank you so much. We love you.
Move on to the next presentation for our Recreation Department. Ms. Joanne Bergen.
Thank you. On behalf of the Recreation staff, I am pleased to present the 2025 budget. The mission of the Recreation Department is to enhance the overall physical and recreational needs of the public by promoting the quality of life for our residents through fun family events and a variety of activities and programs for all ages. Recreation staff prides themselves on creating positive recreational programming through coaching, teaching, and mentoring. Our goal as a staff is to create a small community feel with a large community presence to elevate the social, cultural, and physical well-being of the citizens of Brick Township. In 2025, the Recreation Department was excited to continue facilitating a diverse mix of programming and events. In 2024, we brought back National Kids to Park Day, an activity field day for children in grades K through 3, and a parent who hop on a bus and visit 5 of our township's newly renovated parks with activities and special events planned at each stop. We are also looking forward to expanding our programming with more arts classes, and after popular demand, the senior prom came back. After taking a break during COVID, the very popular senior prom with high school seniors serving our township seniors made its return in 2024 and will be back again this year. We are also continuing a handful of programs that were very successful last year as new programs: intro to track and field, preschool summer camp, wrestling clinics, softball clinics, pickleball clinics, and various Challenger League activities. At the Recreation Department, we are thrilled to be able to continue offering our community such wonderful programs and events. We have a summer full of very special events that we hope everyone can attend. The Summerfest concert series will be kicking off the season on July 3rd with an epic fireworks performance featuring Super Trans Am in concert. 2025 marks the 11th anniversary of the Brick Farmers Market. There will be a lot of fun activities throughout the season each Saturday throughout the summer at Windward Beach. Overall, the recreation salary and wage budget increased 3.3%, and the operating budget increased 5.6%. Recreation also supervises beach operations at Ocean Beaches 1 and 3. Our seasonal beach staff lifeguards include 65 lifeguards and 20 badge checkers. We expect to have 45 returning lifeguards who are recognized for being some of the best trained lifeguards at the Jersey Shore. Between these guards, badge checkers, and crossing guards, we will once again be able to provide our beachgoers with a clean, safe, and well-managed beach. Traders Cove Marina and Park had yet another successful season. This summer, we will have all 97 boat slips rented, which generated $226,110 in revenue. We also had 125 boats for winter storage, which generated $111,000 in revenue. Boat ramp generated $47,310 in revenue, and the 24 jet ski slips generated $24,000 in revenue. This year, we will keep delivering the best of services, programs, and planning the special events that improve the lives of our community. The entire staff has done a fantastic job in keeping the mission statement true to its word. Again, none of this would be possible without their extraordinary work. A special thank you to Mayor Crate and the council for your support. We're looking forward to yet another great year.
Thank you, Ms. Bergen.
You're welcome.
I'm going to open it up to the council for questions. Seeing none, I'll open it to the public for questions. Mr. Finelli.
One easy one. If I add up the numbers, the marina generated $408,000. Do you know how much of that is profit, roughly?
No, I didn't run the profit and loss, but it's always profitable, and it has been consistently for at least 5 years, where while you can't say it's fully 100% profitable, is because we're still paying off some of the debt service. But as a functioning marina standalone without the debt service, it would be making money every year as it has been.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other questions from the public? Seeing none, close questions. Thank you, Ms. Bergen.
You're welcome.
For our next presentation, I'd like to invite up Steve Krakowski, Director of our Public Works Department.
Good evening. Thank you for this opportunity to present a brief overview of the Department of Public Works, which includes the utility crew, solid waste collection and recycling, buildings and grounds, and vehicle maintenance. The sanitation department makes more than 2.7 million stops per year to the residents' homes. In 2024, we collected 38,419 tons of solid waste. Salary and wage budget for sanitation has increased 7.4%. The operating budget decreased by 6.3%. The sanitation department is proud to serve our residents and takes great pride in serving Brick Township. The township recycling program has resulted in 7,821 tons of single-stream recycling in 2024. In addition, 16,773 cubic yards of brush and 9,454 cubic yards of leaves. Our utility crew does an outstanding job year-round. Along with all the drainage repairs and replacements, the crew also fills potholes, fixes sinkholes, and seals cracks in the streets. The salary and wage budget for utility crew is included in the sanitation budget. The operating budget for the utility crew decreased by 56% as a result of moving expenditures for road salt into the snow and storm trust fund. The 10 employees on the all-purpose crew do everything. They fill in when sanitation needs drivers, operate the street sweeper and the jet vac, and complete necessary drainage projects. They also take care of the township's parking lots and our public beaches and immediate response as needed for brush and tree removal following weather events. In 2024, in-house construction has been working on the new special operations building. The work of the in-house construction crew has saved the township hundreds of thousands of dollars by doing the work in-house instead of using outside contractors. The employees of this crew complete a significant list of projects that would cost much more to outsource. The buildings and ground crew ensures the functionality of all township properties, including Town Hall, DPW, Civic Plaza, the senior centers, Havens Farms, and the EMS buildings and more. The buildings and grounds salary and wage budget increased by 4.8%. The operating budget increased by 4.9% as we look to fund more in operating as opposed to extending it out over several years through capital bonds. In this budget, variances are more common and are based on the year's project at hand. Vehicle maintenance includes 7 exceptional mechanics, 2 supervisors, and a shopkeeper. They service more than 300 vehicles for the township, including all sanitation trucks, dump trucks, plows, sanders, police vehicles, ambulance, boats, and also all the heavy equipment. The salary and wage budget for the vehicle maintenance increased by 5.4%, and the operating budget increased by 5.2% as the cost for parts continues to increase. This amount is also subject to fluctuation based on the fleet and the needed repairs. The Township Shine Shop has 2 staff members who manufacture and install hundreds of signs annually in the lettering of all township vehicles. Last but not least are the professional and knowledgeable office staff that operate the call center at DPW. The call center consists of 4 exceptional employees who answer 83,139 calls in 2024 from our residents and assist them with their requests. Again, I'd like to thank the mayor, Lisa Crate, the administration, and the council for their continued support.
Thank you, Director Kirkowski.
You're welcome.
I'm going to open up to the council for questions. Seeing none, open to the public for questions. Seeing none, close public. Thank you very much. And last but not least, our Parks Department, I'd like to invite up Director Rob Burns.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of the Parks Department, I'd like to take a moment to thank Mayor Crate, Business Administrator Joanne Bergen, Council, President, Vice President, and Council for their continued leadership. I am pleased to present the Parks Department budget for 2025. The Parks Department is a division underneath the Department of Public Works. Our 18 full-time employees, 1 part-time, and additional seasonal employees oversee the township parks, sports fields, grounds, and township facilities. Our employees maintain 20 parks, 10 basketball courts, 10 tennis courts, 8 pickleball courts, 3 bocce courts, 1 skate park, 1 bike and scooter park, 3 horseshoe pits, 3 football fields, 15 soccer fields, 2 cornhole game areas, 6 miles of bike trail, and 22 softball and baseball fields. We are also responsible for the playground and picnic area and maintenance repair. We maintain all sports fields, including a 40-acre Drum Point sports complex at Drum Point. The complex is considered recognized as one of the best in the state. This year, we'll be renovating Mallard Point Park, T-Dock Fishing Pier at Windward Beach, all walking paths at Windward Beach. We will also be replacing the safety surface on both playgrounds at Windward Beach. The salary and wage budget increased 3.8%. However, the operating budget increased 5.6%. We continue to take on more responsibility in efforts to decrease the outside contractor. We continue to manage over 225 irrigation zones with 2,500 plus sprinkler heads. There are 148 acres of grass fields maintained by the Parks Department. There are also many intersections, roadsides, detention basins maintained by the Parks Department. In addition, we maintain all township-owned properties such as Town Hall, Civic Center, Senior Center, and Cultural Arts Center. One of our most time-consuming tasks is our annual fall and spring leaf collection. This process takes approximately 10 weeks in the fall, beginning at the end of October until the second week in January. We immediately move into Christmas tree collection for 3 weeks. Spring leaf collection begins in April for approximately 3 weeks. Throughout the year, we pick up brush, leaves, deliver, and repair township-issued automated cans, complete tax liens issued by the Township Code Enforcement Department. Outside our daily maintenance of the above-mentioned areas, we also oversee the lake management, fertilization program, solar field maintenance, and synthetic field cleaning. The Parks Department plays a key role in all township events, whether it's tournaments at Drum Point Sports Complex, Summerfest, Farmers Market. We assist in any way necessary to make sure all events run smoothly and safely. The department continues to take on more responsibility as we move forward in renovating our parks. We also look forward to the challenge and the will to continue working hard, keeping them enjoyable and for all of the Brick residents. On behalf of the Parks Department employees, I would again like to thank Mayor Crate, Business Administrator, Township Council Administration for their continued leadership and efforts and support. Thank you.
Thank you. Open to council for questions for Director Burns. Seeing none, open to public. Seeing none, close public. Thank you very much. I'd like to thank all of our department heads for their presentations this evening.
Thank you.
Let's move on to item 6 on the agenda. We have an ordinance on first reading.
Calendar year 2025 ordinance to exceed the municipal budget appropriation limits and to establish a cap bank, NJSA 40A:4-4514.
Thank you. Now, this is something that we do every year. This ordinance allows the township to establish a cap bank for future use. The ordinance allows for increases for budget appropriations and allows the township to bank any unused monetary room. This cap bank ordinance allows the township to increase budget appropriations by 3.5% over the prior year's appropriations and to bank any unused appropriation room for the next 2 succeeding years. The ordinance is simply precautionary. It's not funded through a tax increase since it is only used in subsequent years should we need to fund a one-time expenditure. The monies available by this cap rate index ordinance may be used to offset costs of a future disaster or the need for any future emergency appropriation. We're not generating cash. We are creating the ability to raise money in the future should we need it. If the funds are not needed in the 2 succeeding years, the bank will simply dissolve. I'm going to ask for a motion and a second on this ordinance.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council. Because this is the first reading, there's no questions from the public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Minikino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
Now I'd like to invite the mayor to the podium in order, or stay right there, whichever you prefer, to introduce the 2025 municipal budget.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Hi. Hello out there. Good evening, Council President Ambrosino, Council Vice President Minikino, members of the council, Madam Clerk, and residents of Brick Township. Tonight, I am pleased to present my proposed municipal budget for 2025. This budget reflects months of dedication from our township's financial team and builds upon our ongoing commitment to fiscal responsibility, an approach that has delivered undeniable results and established Brick Township as one of the most efficiently managed and fiscally conservative municipalities in Ocean County. Tonight, I present a budget that keeps the taxes stable and ensures the continued delivery of the essential services our residents rely on and deserve. This budget prioritizes public safety by supporting the Brick Township Police Department, dispatchers, and EMTs who work around the clock to keep our community safe. It funds Brick Senior Services and the Senior Center, who provide vital services and enriching programs for our older residents. It supports our Public Works Department and the many services they provide, including sanitation and recycling collection, leaf collection, and street maintenance. It ensures the upkeep of our beautiful parks and recreational facilities and funds cherished community programs such as the Brick Farmers Markets, Summerfest, Traders Cove Concert Series, and other special events throughout the year. It also provides for the maintenance of our ocean beaches. Simply put, this budget sustains every service that enhances the quality of life for Brick Township residents. Our goal in crafting this year's budget remains the same as every year: to fund the essential services I just outlined while staying true to the conservative fiscal principles and policies that have guided our government since 2014. This year's proposed municipal budget totals $122,711,490. This year's budget does require a small increase of 1.9 cents per $100 of assessed value, so the average household in Brick will see an increase of just $47 for the entire year. This budget works to preserve Brick Township's financial stability and maintain the high-quality services our residents expect and deserve. That said, both this administration and the council remain deeply mindful of the impact of every dollar on our residents. That is why for the past 12 years, this administration and council have worked diligently to ensure that our government operates as efficiently and conservatively as possible. It's important to reflect on where this township stood before adopting our current fiscal approach. In the decade prior, before Mayor Ducey took office, municipal spending grew by over $41 million, a 72% increase in 10 years. In contrast, over the past 12 municipal budgets, spending has risen by approximately $24 million, or 24%. A key fiscal priority has been reducing the township's debt. On January 1st, 2014, the township's debt exceeded $168 million. Following a decade in which it grew by more than $86 million. I'm proud to share that last year we eliminated approximately $4.7 million in debt, bringing the total debt as of January 1st of this year down to just over $120 million. This marks a reduction of more than 28%, or over $48 million from that peak, which translates to approximately $631 per resident of Brick Township. This achievement is a direct result of our commitment to conservative fiscal practices, careful prioritization of projects and equipment purchases, and a steadfast focus on financial responsibility. Before I conclude, I want to extend my sincere gratitude to our Business Administrator, Joanne Bergen, and the Chief Financial Officer, Maureen Laffey-Berg, for their outstanding work on this budget. Crafting a municipal budget requires months of preparation, meticulous attention to detail, and a great deal of collaboration. Their patience, dedication, and expertise were invaluable throughout this process, and I truly appreciate their hard work, and I look forward to continuing working alongside them for years ahead. With that said, this budget is now in the hands of our Township Council for review and ultimately adoption. I'm confident that as you examine it, you will recognize it as a fiscally responsible, conservative, and well-balanced plan. Ms. Bergen and I are available to answer any questions you may have and are ready to assist you in any way necessary. And to the residents of Brick Township, I assure you that we remain steadfast in our commitment to managing your hard-earned tax dollars wisely. We fully understand the responsibility entrusted to us and will continue working tirelessly to uphold the principles of efficiency, transparency, and accountability that have guided us over the past decade. Thank you for the opportunity to address you this evening. Together, let's continue making Brick Township the best place to live, work, and raise a family. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Is there a motion and a second on the resolution?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Minikino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
We'll now move on to the consent agenda.
All matters listed under item consent agenda will be enacted by one motion in the form listed below. If discussion is desired on any item, this item will be removed from the consent agenda and will be considered separately.
Item 8.1.
Authorized certification of compliance with U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution certifies our compliance with the United States Equal Employment Opportunity Commission's enforcement guidance on the consideration of arrest and conviction records and employment decisions under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. This is a requirement by the Division of Local Government Services as part of the 2025 municipal budget submission. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8.2.
Authorized budget transfer 2024.
Council Vice President Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes budget appropriation transfers as needed for year end. These transfers do not increase our overall municipal budget in any way. We are moving funds from one account to another. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8.3.
Authorize emergency temporary appropriations for 2025 temporary budget.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes emergency temporary appropriations for the municipal budget as needed through the end of May. This resolution allows the township to increase line item department budgets by the amount specified, which has been calculated to get all departments through to the time of the adopted budget. Thank you.
Thank you. 8.4.
Authorize temporary capital budget 2025.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes amendments to the capital budget. Later in the meeting, the council will be asked to introduce the 2025 capital budget with projects in the 5, 7, 10, and 15-year life ordinances. This resolution amends the budget by specifying the various projects that go within those ordinances. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8.5.
Authorize cancellation of stale check.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the cancellation of a stale dated check in the amount of $60.
Thank you. Item 8.6.
Authorize appointment of emergency management coordinator and deputy emergency management coordinators.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution appoints Police Captain Paul Catalina as the township's emergency management coordinator, along with Joseph Polowitz and Ron Gaskell as deputy emergency management coordinators.
Thank you. Item 8.7.
Authorize to bid Bobcat parts, supplies, and repairs.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the township to bid for Bobcat parts, supplies, and repairs. The bid is for the purchase and delivery of various parts and supplies, as well as various repairs to township Bobcat equipment to be done on an as-needed basis. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8.8.
Authorize rejection of bids and abandonment of project manufacturing and printing of tax bills.
Vice President Minikino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the rejection of bids for the manufacturing and printing of tax bills. Bid notices were provided to 32 prospective bidders from our bidders list, and 6 picked up bid packages received. However, the tax collector reviewed those bids and would prefer not to award the bid and to instead complete the project in-house. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 8.9.
Authorize contract extension backup and disaster recovery system.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes a contract extension with Horizon Tech, Inc. of Huntington, New York for an extension of their contract for backup and disaster recovery system. This resolution will provide a 2-year extension of the current 5-year contract. The current contract expires on May 12, 2025. The township's IT director is recommending the extension of the current contract by the legally permissible 2 years instead of going out to bid again. The contract includes the maintenance of the local DRAAS appliance and OnQ cloud backup subscription. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 810.
Authorize award of contract Summerfest food truck vendors.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
This resolution authorizes an award of contract for Summerfest food truck vendors in different categories, including Category 1, hot food to Tony's Italian Sausage of Hazlitt, Category 2, grilled fried items to Delano Food Service of Long Valley, Category 3, ice cream to U-Scream Ice Cream in Brick, Category 4, specialty to John and Debbie O's Concessions in Toms River, Category 4, specialty to Main Scoop Creamery of Manasquan, and Category 4, specialty to Ohana Food Truck of Lavalette.
Thank you. Item 811.
Authorize award of contract beer and wine garden concession.
Councilman Albanese.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of contract for beer and wine concessions to Three Boys Court, known as Windward Tavern, Princeton Avenue. Bid notices provided to 24 prospective bidders and 4 received bid packages. 2 bids were received, with Windward Tavern being the higher of the 2 at $8,750. This bid is for the 4 Summerfest concert series and the Fall Fest event in 2025.
Thank you. Item 812.
Authorize award of contract firework exhibitions.
Councilwoman Pontarero.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes an award of bids for firework exhibitions to Schaefer Fireworks located in Strasburg, PA, in the amount of $37,375 for the Summerfest Concert Series and Fall Fest. Bid notices were sent to 13 prospective bidders from our bidders list, and we received 1 bid. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 813.
Authorize rates and programs details for preschool programs for 2025-2026 school year.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes rates and program details for the 2025-26 school year at Brick Recreation Preschool, specifically Jump Start and Bright Start programs. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 814.
Authorize agreement for Beach Rake Seneca Dunes Homeowners Association.
Councilwoman Travers.
Thank you. This resolution authorizes the execution of a shared service agreement with the Seneca Dunes Beach Association for beach sweeping maintenance for the 2025 summer season. All costs for manpower and equipment will be paid for by the association, including diesel fuel for the beach rake. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 815.
Authorize contract for demolition 204 Winchester Drive.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. This resolution authorizes the demolition of 204 Winchester Drive as recommended by the Township's Property Maintenance Board. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 816.
816A is an inspection fund release for Block 1026, Lot .18, Lot 24. B is an inspection fund release for Block 1170, Lots 16 and 18. And C is an inspection fund release for Block 1447.02, Lot 23.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. 817.
17A is 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 383.28, Lot 59. 17B, 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 1058.01, Lot 17. 17C, 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction Block 1081.93, Lot 57. 17D, 100% DAV widow of veteran deduction of Block 1192.08, Lot 1.
Thank you, Ms. Bergen. This now ends the consent agenda. Is there a motion and a second on the consent agenda?
Motion. Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, open to the public for questions on these resolutions only. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontarero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes.
Thank you.
We could move on to item 818, bill resolution.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Computer bill resolution in the amount of $13,373,711.32.
Thank you. Motion and a second.
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions on the computer bill resolution. Seeing none, open to public on the computer bill resolution. Seeing none, close public. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Abstain Community Services, yes to the rest.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. Item 819.
Be it resolved by the Township Council of the Township of Brick that the following bills be paid and that the mayor and clerk be and are hereby authorized to draw orders on the treasurer for the amounts of the same. Manual bill resolution in the amount of $2,088,783.04.
Thank you. Motion and a second.
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions on the manual bill resolution. Seeing none, open to public for questions on the manual bill resolution. Seeing none, close public. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. Going to move on to item number 9. It's an ordinance on first reading.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and acquisitions in and by the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $2,702,012, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,566,912 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof.
Councilwoman Travers.
The 2025 capital budget totals $10 million. At the outset, the total requests for capital funds exceeded $20 million, but the department heads worked hard to back into manageable numbers. Highlights of the 2025 capital budget include a refurbished ambulance and portable radios for EMS, replacement of the body-worn camera system that is nearing the end of its life cycle, ballistic shields, a patrol supervisor vehicle, solar-powered speed signs, and a portable light tower for the police department, consoles and renovation of the dispatch center at the police department for our dispatchers, a bucket truck and HVAC replacement at Civic Plaza for buildings and grounds, a sidearm garbage truck and Ford F-250 with a plow for the Department of Public Works, new radios for recreation, beach and camp staff for recreation, a new jet ski for the beach, and a tractor for moving boat trailers for Trader Cove Marina, resurfacing of the safety surface at Arrowhead Park, and a Toro Grandmaster mower for parks. Also, this is a year one of the DPW site renovation, which has been discussed at the Public Works Committee. Permit plans were funded in 2024. This is a multi-year project that will be funded through a separate bond ordinance. The total for this year is $2.2 million. In this year, we will be replacing all fuel tanks, doing the site work, and designing the building. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to be voting on 4 different bond ordinances for different lifespans. The same explanation refers to all 4 ordinances. Is there a motion and a second on the 5-year bond ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council. Roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. 9-2.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and acquisitions in and by the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $465,500, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $442,225 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof.
Thank you. So same thing, just 7 years. Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council. Roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. Item 9-3.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and acquisitions in and by the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $4,221,488, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $4,010,413 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof.
Thank you. The 10-year bond ordinance, is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, roll call, please.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. Item 9.4.
Bond ordinance providing for various capital improvements and acquisitions in and by the Township of Brick in the County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, appropriating $2,611,000, therefore, and authorizing the issuance of $2,480,440.50 in bonds or notes of the township to finance part of the cost thereof.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second for 15-year bond ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. Moving on to item 5.
An ordinance of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 145-6 of the Township Code to extend the storefront revitalization program and the waiver of fees for construction to promote the renovation of existing vacant commercial structures.
Oh, is that item 6?
Oh, I skipped one. Sorry. It's right here. An ordinance of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, authorizing the sale of the township land known as Block 646.17, Lot 7, located at 658 Windsor Road, and Block 511, Lot 1, located at 533 Central Avenue.
Thank you. Mayor Creighton.
Thank you. The Township of Brick owns property at 658 Windsor Drive and 533 Central Avenue. All parcels are vacant and buildable lots. Under this ordinance, the township will convey the properties to Northern Ocean Habitat for Humanity for the purpose of developing the property for affordable for-sale housing for low or moderate income individuals. These parcels will remain as single-family affordable housing under a 30-year deed restriction. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there a motion and a second?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions on this ordinance. Seeing none, roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Abstain.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. Now, item 9.6.
An ordinance of the Township of Brick, County of Ocean, State of New Jersey, amending Chapter 145-6 of the Township Code to extend the storefront revitalization program and the waiver of fees for construction to promote the renovation of existing vacant commercial structures.
Thank you. Madam Mayor.
Thank you. In July 2017 and again in 2019 and 2022, the council renewed an ordinance waiving fees for business owners who renovate an existing vacant commercial property. The program started in 2015 to encourage businesses to come to Brick and occupy vacant storefronts. In this ordinance, the township is encouraging any new business looking to fill any vacant commercial space under 5,000 square feet that has been vacant for at least 1 year to open for business. All township permit fees are waived to encourage the startup. The Business and Finance Committee has recommended renewing the ordinance, which expired. This renewal extends the waiver through December 31st, 2025. In total, more than 30 new businesses have opened and taken advantage of this program. Businesses from bakeries to yoga studios and florists have opened in locations that were previously vacant. Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Creighton. Is there a motion and a second on this ordinance?
Motion.
Second.
Open to council for questions. Seeing none, close council, roll call.
Councilman Albanese.
Yes.
Councilwoman Pontoriero.
Yes.
Councilwoman DeYoung.
Yes.
Councilman Feynman.
Yes.
Councilwoman Travers.
Yes.
Vice President Menachino.
Yes.
President Ambrosino.
Yes. That brings us to public comments.
Please note that each person addressing the council during any section of the meeting during which public comment is permitted shall limit his or her remarks to 5 minutes pursuant to Brick Township Administrative Code, Section 2-33B.
Thank you. Are there any questions or comments from the public? Mr. Finelli. I don't see anybody else.
Okay.
Couple of questions on the mayor's budget. Is this tentative or just cast in stone? Like,
Yeah, oh, we'll read her.
Well, as she mentioned, it was being presented to the council tonight, so they're reviewing it. They certainly can make changes, but doesn't
So
mean that they
are we
will.
gonna get the full budget in another meeting after they approve it?
At the budget adoption.
Yeah, okay. One question on the form that you gave there. I always look for big changes. Under anticipated revenues other than current property tax,
Which form are you talking about?
what was in the,
Oh, you might have got something that was attached that wasn't yours.
same thing we get every year?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me put my glasses on. Okay, go ahead.
You
I'm
took
sorry.
the other four
Yeah,
out.
I'm sorry.
My signature?
Yes,
Under
okay.
this line item, all
Can I
right,
get your signature?
increased by 11.5%, almost $3.8 billion of revenues other than taxes. Can you tell me where that increase came from?
You're looking at the cap bank ordinance? Right?
No, the resolution.
The resolution on the cap bank.
No,
I'm sorry, what are you
the
looking at?
resolution on the budget.
There is no resolution on the budget.
I just did an introduction. Yeah.
I'm sorry. I know I looked at it quickly, but I thought I saw cap bank.
If you look at last year, we got 32 million.
Okay.
I'm just curious.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look into it, because I don't even know that I have a copy of that in my packet, so I'll look at it.
Okay.
I'll look at it now. We'll call you.
Okay. I'm not being critical of an
No, I
extra
know,
$3.2 million.
I don't
I'm just
have it,
curious
so,
where it came.
yeah.
Okay, one other comment. Probably shouldn't tell you this, but I will tell you. Last week I did one of my favorite things. I filled out my new form that covers 3 of my favorite programs. The Anchor Program, the Senior Freeze Program, and the Stay in New Jersey Program. Somehow they're gonna pay old people like me not to leave you.
Thank you.
I have no idea how much that's going to be. But the reason I'm bringing it up is if the state budget holds true come July 1st, the cap for a single person for income is $163,000, which is a significant increase over last year. So a lot more people will be eligible. So what I'm asking or suggesting is something is somehow can we remind people, I know the tax office helps people out with the old Anchor program, but a reminder in the tax office, or if you're doing your own tax bills and you're gonna mail them out, remind everybody to fill out their form and mail them in. They have until October. It could be a significant amount of money. I mean, senior freeze is a significant amount of money if you stay in the program. I have no idea about stay in New Jersey, what that's gonna be.
Don't know, yeah.
I'm wondering how much they're gonna pay me to stay here.
I hope it's a lot.
A lot?
They should pay you a lot.
I hope it's a lot.
Yeah.
They should pay you more than that.
And I just want to thank, I know they're all left, but I don't use a lot of services in Brick, but I get my garbage picked up. I get my recyclables picked up. And I was surprised to learn tonight, I thought I knew everything, but I didn't realize that the park department picks up the leaves and not the sanitation department. And those 3 people, those 3 groups, they're right on, they never miss. Every morning, they have the leaf pickup, they say they're gonna be there, they pick them up. So they do a great job. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Finelli. Are there any other questions from the public? Yes, sir.
Oh, by the way, this is called the lectern.
Oh, I
Not
you
a
know what?
podium.
Not a podium.
It's not a podium, it is a
Podium is
lectern,
fixed.
you are correct.
Lectern.
Bob Manley. A couple things, we're $110 million in the hole right now, as a township.
I'm sorry?
You said our debt is $110 million.
Oh, what? Yeah, I mean, that's debt that's been accrued over
Years, I
years
understand.
and years, yeah.
So, just, we got all these people coming into, doing their jobs and stuff, and all these promotions that we're doing. Why don't we put a freeze on the promotions for everybody and try to get our debt down, to try to save some money in the town, maybe for a year or 2, make some money back, get our debt down lower, and just seems like, because now our taxes are going up again. They went up in the beginning this year, and now they're going up again. That's 2 times they're going up. It's just getting more expensive all around for everybody, nowadays. So can we do something maybe like that? Is it a thought?
Well, as far as the promotions go, at civil service, we don't, if there's a hole if we have people retiring,
Right. No, I understand
people have
that.
to be promoted to fill in those positions for those officers.
But they
That's
were
not
just,
something we can just.
for the EMS, they were
move over.
talking about putting 2 people up on a promotion for the EMS.
Yeah,
Is that
it's the
something
same.
that we actually need?
Yes.
We do need it.
Yes.
I'm just
Those
trying
are
to-
2 of our biggest and honestly most important services that we have here in town. We need to keep those positions filled so that EMS and police can continue to run appropriately, and I don't see us ever
I'm
staying.
just trying to save the town some money so we can start, getting out of a hole.
We have in fact been getting out of the hole pretty successfully for the last 10 years.
We've worked very hard over
Right.
the last dozen years. We've, I have to look back at my numbers, but we've
28%,
significantly
you said.
reduced the debt. I believe it's by, I don't want to state the wrong number. I'm sorry, I don't have it off the top of my head. Over $48 million in the
Right.
last 12 years, we've reduced the debt, which is pretty significant, I think. And we continue to stay on that track of, last year we reduced the debt by over $4 million.
Right.
So, I mean, we're working as hard as we can to get that debt down.
Okay.
We still have a really good rating because of that, and because of the fact that we're able to reduce the debt pretty significantly every year and not continue to add to it.
So we're doing the fireworks show. It's $37,000. We only have 1 bid. Why can't the town ask the public, like say business owners, for a donation that maybe, sponsor the fireworks,
We do.
sponsored by you do?
We do, yes. We have sponsors for Summerfest. When you come to Summerfest in the summer, you'll see we have a board up with all of our major sponsors. And for the last several years, Pine Belt's been our premier
Normally
sponsor. Yeah.
by boat. So
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, it's definitely there. And we always do give a shout out, at least, to the very least, to Pine Belt. They're one of our bigger sponsors
Good.
each year, so they do help with the cost.
Okay. And the other thing was the trailers. Getting back onto that again. Not to bring it back up, but we're talking about looking at other towns and see what they're doing. But we're not the other town. We're Brick.
I understand.
So
Understood.
I
Well,
think it should stay here.
yeah,
you know,
no, but other towns, listen, I get that. I understand what you're saying. The Brick Township is Brick Township.
Right.
But sometimes other people have been able to come up with other ideas that work for their town, and there's no harm in looking to see what towns that are similar to Brick Township do with regard to property size and location for water, and things like that. I'm not saying we're going to copy someone else's ordinance.
Right.
We're just looking to see what else is out there. It doesn't mean that what we create or amend on that particular ordinance isn't going to be fitting for Brick Township. It will.
Right.
But there's no bad ideas. It's okay to look and see what other people are doing and kind of do a compare to see.
So what about like Trader's Cove in the summertime? It's all open. What about the trailer, charging somebody money, get it off their property? No good.
Yeah. Well, they would have to move them once the boats come back out of the
Right,
water.
I understand.
So
We're just
yeah.
They need the clamshell because they're brought on trailers, and then they
Right.
park the trailers and they go out on the boats for the day. So if the
Yeah,
clamshell is
they
filled
did
with
sell that.
Right.
storage trailers,
There's
there's
room
no
there
place to
though.
put
There's
the
a lot.
trailers for the boats.
Yeah. Just
Well, that's the same thing as, what's the difference of doing that and then asking people to move it off their property
Well,
anyway?
summertime, the boats are in the water, so they got the driveways in the boat trailers in the driveway, stuff like that. So if we rented, just say a couple $100, it's money the town's gonna make. They park them all up there, it's just no good, huh? I thought it'd
I don't
be a
think
good
it
idea.
would.
It's also,
I'm just trying to make everybody money here,
it's also
to,
40
Yeah.
acres.
Yeah.
just trying to use a little logic.
I appreciate the comments.
Thank you.
Something to consider about.
Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any other questions from the public? Seeing none, close public. Ms. Burke.
Yes, I would just like to say how honored I am tonight to be part of this very, very special night for the Brick Police Department. And with all these promotions, we really got a chance to see tonight the future of our Brick Township Police Department's leadership, and in my opinion, we are certainly very blessed, and I'm very honored to have seen all of those wonderful people get promoted. I did neglect to mention in my recreation comments, but I'm glad I neglected because I didn't know Matt was here when I did that, but they had a tough year in the recreation department with some transition, and they managed that exceptionally well and came together as a group and made sure that all of our services and programs continued seamlessly. And I want to thank Rob Burns, who continues to serve as the interim recreation superintendent, provided valuable help during this transition, and welcome Matt to the role who's here tonight. So it's going to be a great 2025 for the Brick Township Recreation Department.
Thank you. Madam Mayor.
Thank you. I also would like to congratulate all of the officers that we promoted this evening. It is the future of Brick Township, so I'm very excited to see where we go, and we're headed in the right direction, and excited to work with some of these officers going forward. I'd also like to thank Rob Burns, I'm sorry, he's not still here, for all of his hard work and dedication in keeping the Recreation Department grounded for the last almost year and making sure that everything stayed on schedule and all of our activities continued. So a great appreciation to him and a big welcome to Matt. We have some big plans, right? And looking forward to bringing some great things to the Brick Township Recreation Department. So I'm looking forward to that as well. And then the only other thing I wanted to say is a big shout out to everybody that came out to our first Pickup Brick on Saturday, the 22nd. We met at Midstream's Trails in the Midstream School parking lot. We had a little over 30 people. And I think we brought out all sorts of fun things, but probably around 40 bags of garbage and some tires and a bumper. We could start building a car and gardening because of the shovels we found. So, but really it was actually, as I know it sounds like we brought a lot out, but it was actually cleaner than it was last year. And each time we revisit locations that we've done throughout the years, it's a little bit cleaner each time, so we feel good about that. We're making an impact, and it is a feel-good day for all the residents that come out. They learn about trail systems they didn't even know existed. We have kids out there, we have adults, we have some seniors that joined us, and it was a really good day after all. So thank you to all those people, and have a great night.
Thank you. Mr. Keneally.
Nothing this evening.
Madam Clerk.
Nothing, thank you.
Madam Secretary. Councilman Albanese.
Yes, congratulating all the promotions for the police officers and all the departments heads on a great presentation.
Thank you. Councilwoman DeYoung.
Congratulations to the officers who were promoted. Please stay safe out there. And thank you to those who presented for the budget. It was very informative. And congratulations, Matt. Look forward to working with you.
Councilman Feynman.
Thank you, Council President. I have a small world story that I just want to share really quickly. So the year was 2021. It was my son Jackson's first year in Little League. And he's not an athletic type. But his coach was, I don't know his role then, but Officer Jay Matthews, who was now promoted to captain. So he was here with his dad, Al, who was also a coach. And to think about like how cool that is in 2021, our first year, and now we're all here, I'm as councilman, and they're here recognizing and celebrating the promotion. I thought that was really cool. And along with what Mayor Crate said about the Pickup Brick, my kids were there for the first time. And it really is very interactive. It's cool seeing strangers saying like, oh, hey, what'd you get? And Jackson found the top of a cooler. He was excited about that. So it's the little things that make Brick really awesome. So thank you for everything. Stay safe and have fun.
Thank you.
Thank you. Councilwoman Travers.
I also just want to congratulate the officers on their promotions and thank the department heads for their budget presentations and all of you. Thank you.
Vice President Menachino.
Thank you. Again, congratulations to all the officers that were promoted. And the department heads, they did a great job as usual. Matt. See you tomorrow. That's all I got. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Well, let me start by congratulating Matt Fagan on his promotion to Director of the Recreation Department. It is absolutely well deserved. You're an exemplary example of the folks that work here in our town and serve our town. Again, just like everybody else, I'd like to extend an additional congratulations to all of the sergeants, lieutenants, captain, and deputy chief that were promoted this evening. I think they too are an exemplary example of what it means to be from Brick, Steve, just like the story that you had told. Yes, it was a fantastic pickup, Brick. I highly encourage anybody who has participated to participate in the next one. Many hands make easy work, so I drug my wife, daughter, and son there, and I think we're all still picking thorns out of our legs. But it was an awesome day, and it's great to see that we're actually beautifying our town with our hands directly. If there is nothing else, I'd like to simply state that the next public meeting will be held on Tuesday, April 8th at 7 p.m. in our normal bat channel.
Yes.
Right? Okay. I will now ask for a motion and a second to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned.